Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. This clip is from Asia China Unseen, and as we all know, people struggle with relationships and dating now, especially when it comes to bride prices in certain countries like China and African countries as well. Because see, in America, it's one of the rare places where people have to, give up dowries and bride prices. Now, back in the day, there used to be a tradition of where, you had to hand over some cows or something, but we're not doing that anymore, right? It's just straight about the money now. Or is it? But let's see how this blind date goes, because this man was shocked. He was shook. Let's see what she says.
I don't want a bride price.
What?
You don't a bride price? Why not though? I mean, look at you. You're so young and beautiful, right? And you have such a good job. Why wouldn't you want a bride price?
Because I think marriage is something between the two of us and we can rely on our own hands. We should work hard together to achieve the life we want. If I were to ask you for a large bride price and you had to spend your parents' life savings, some parents might not even be able to come up with that money. Wouldn't they have to go out and borrow from relatives and friends? Doesn't that mean they owe people favors? At their age, they should be enjoying life, but now they're burdened with so much. How are they supposed to pay all that back?
Sigh, I've heard about this too. Many people go into debt just to help their sons get married, and after the wedding, they're left with a lot of debt and feel immense pressure every day.
Yeah, so I think when it comes to the bride price, whether you have it or not, it doesn't really matter.
Your thinking is pretty progressive, so if you don't want a bride price, do you have any requirements for the wedding itself?
Requirements.
As for the wedding, I think when the time comes, we can have it in the city.
Yeah.
We'll find the best hotel to hold a more luxurious wedding for you, so that you and your parents can have face in front of your relatives and friends.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. There was a study done that the more money that's spent on the wedding, the more likely it's going to end in a divorce. So if you keep things simple, the marriage might be even better in the long term. There's a lesser chance of you getting divorced, but in the United States, there's a 50% chance you will get divorced. So it's best to spend the least money as possible on the wedding.
There's no need for an overly luxurious wedding. I think a normal wedding is enough for us because, you see, getting married costs hundreds of thousands. Renting a hotel, wedding cars, wedding dresses, all that. Why don't we just save that money instead? We could use it to support our parents in their old age or bring it into our family.
And see, keep in mind that most women want you to go broke for them. So this girl really cares if she's not trying to plot and scheme. Like, okay, if this is her attitude now, is she gonna switch up later on when things get more serious?
You know, it's not easy to make money these days. So as for the wedding, I think we should just have a simple, normal one. What do you think?
I think what you said makes sense, but if the wedding is held in a grand way, wouldn't that also give your parents face? All parents hope their daughters can get married in a grand and impressive way, right?
Well, I don't really care about all that face or not. As long as we have a wedding, go through the process, and have the ceremony, that's enough. When the time comes, as long as our friends and family can sit together, have a lively and happy time. That's all that matters.
Wow, you're really different from other girls. I've been on quite a few blind dates before, and usually they either have requirements for cars and houses, or they ask for a very high bride price. It's the first time I've met someone like you, really. So you don't have any requirements for these things, but what about the house? Do you have any requirements for the house?
As for the house, I think as long as we have a place to live right now, that's enough.
Well, as for the house, we do have one. A few years ago, I bought an apartment in the city center, but it's a second-hand place bought from someone else. Do you think this could work as our future marital home?
Of course it can. You know, it's really not easy for young people like us to make money these days. So many people want to own a place in the city, but they can't.
Yeah, because it's too expensive. Because most young people, they want to have a place to live in a high rise in the city where they're centered around everything walking distance. Because young people don't like to live in the suburbs and do all this damn driving. So she makes sense in a way, So
I think as long as we have a place to live right now, that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Exactly.
So what about the car? If you have any requirements for the car, just let me know.
As for the car, I already have one. After we get married, we can just use that car together.
No. Wow, you're really something special. You're really different from other people. Not only do you not want a bride price, but you're even bringing your own car over for our family to use.
I mean, why is that a surprise? Why does everything have to be his? I mean, a marriage is a partnership, a business. Y'all supposed to do stuff together. Share it.
I've never seen anyone like you before.
Because I think in the future we can rely on our own efforts. If we want to change cars or houses, we can just do it, right?
Yeah, of course. Life will definitely keep getting better and better.
Of course. I don't want a bride price, and I don't have too many requirements for a house or a car, but I do have just one request.
Do you have requests?
Mm-hmm.
Don't just say one. If you have 3 requests, I would agree to all of them. Just tell me what you want. I'll definitely make it happen for you.
Wow. Super simp to the rescue. He's basically putting her before he's putting himself. Like, he's so intrigued that she's not asking for much. And yes, she's beautiful. She's a breath of fresh air.
Well, it's like this because ever since I was little, my parents have been working away from home, so they didn't have much time to take care of me. My grandma raised me and lived with me, so we've really depended on each other. Now, if you and I get married in the future, I probably won't have time to go back and take care of her. What I want is to be able to give my grandma 500 won every month for her living expenses.
And see, keep in mind, in Chinese culture, the young people they're expected to give money to their elders. It's tradition. I know this because I have Chinese friends that actually grew up in China, and they've been out here about 10 or 15 years, and they pretty much give me game on how it works back home.
Do you think that's okay?
Of course that's not a problem. I didn't even realize you were such a kind and filial girl. How about this? After we get married, you can bring your grandma to live with us, and the 2 of us can take care of her together and...
Whoa. Did I really just hear that? Did you guys hear that? I don't think I need to rewind it. That's something you don't hear every day. Now see, in the West, we usually don't do stuff like that. We usually don't move in our in-laws, let alone live with other people. Usually a husband and a wife, at best, they'll rent a 1-bedroom apartment. Or if they're not ready to buy an actual house. But a lot of people are almost 40 and they're still living at home. It's not impossible. And it's not weird no more because everything is so expensive now. The average person doesn't make enough money to 100% provide a lifestyle for not just themselves, but for an actual family.
show her our filial piety.
Really? Is that really okay, bringing her over?
Of course, that's no problem at all.
Well, if that's the case, then I think that's just wonderful. To be honest with you, I've been on quite a few blind dates before. Every time I brought up this request when meeting them, they were all unwilling. They all felt that having an elderly parent come live with us would just be a burden, just an extra load. They thought that the money I earned should only be spent on our own family.
And see, when it comes to the divorce stage, a lot of times it's over money. Yeah. It's not always infidelity. A lot of times it's over money. Infidelity is just icing on the cake.
Isn't that the case? Right? There's a saying, isn't there? How does it go? Having an elder at home is like having a treasure, right? Look, our house happens to have 3 bedrooms. There's also a place for them to stay. When the time comes, we can bring them over, and the house will be lively, right? It's a good opportunity for the 2 of us to show our filial piety, isn't it? You see, your grandma raised you when you were little, so now the 2 of us can take care of her in her old age, right?
Yeah, carry on tradition. And that's cool. I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's extra hands for help around the house. And then that's less stress on the grandma because she doesn't have to pay all the bills and everything living on her own. So, I mean, this pretty much works out for everybody if they can let alone stand living with each other. But yeah, this was a cool little clip. Shout out to Asia China Unseen. I'm going to leave the link in the description if you want to see the actual full clip from them. And I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good weekend. Peace.